Hello and welcome everyone. As I'm sure you can tell, you can see me now. My webcam arrived today, so we set it up, and we're going to try this and see how it goes. No one seemed to complain about the deck list, so hopefully no one complains about my face either. But yeah, so this will be new for me, so I'm going to probably be looking in this direction a lot, because that's where my second monitor is. So try to ignore that. Anyway, we're back here for some more Strixhaven cards. The second deck we're going to play is an Esper control deck, which I know how much to talk about Esper and how much I don't really like it. And the truth is I don't really like it that much. But there are some new cards that were printed, and I want to play them. Now, this is still the first day it's out. This is still the Thursday. So I'm still trying to get my hands on more cards. So really at the moment I'm only really been able to get my hands on what you see up here, and then commons and uncommons, and then a couple rares. So because of that, we're only have a select few cards we can play. So we're playing the new card Fracture, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker, and Vanishing Verse, exile target monocolored permanent. Now keep that in mind because we are 100% going to play some other things with Vanishing Verse before the night is over with, or before the set is over with. But we're going to start off with an Esper control deck. I kind of built some from the ground up. It's based off some other lists, but we'll see. So mana base is pretty straightforward. 24 lands, 1 castle, 1 colonnade, 1 stomp or tar pit, and then a mystic gate, a sunken ruin, and a vista. The rest are basics and shocks and fetches. 3 path, 3 push, 4 scour, 2 search for Escanta, 3 snapcasters, 2 vanishing verse, 4 drown lock, 3 Kaya's Guile, 3 Archmage's Charm, 2 Force Negation, 1 Jace the Mind Sculptor, 4 Cryptic Command, 1 Into the Story, and 2 Teferi Hero of Dominaria. No baby Teferi. I think the card's fine. Probably should be playing one, but I don't really want to play one. So, sideboard, of course, the 2 Fracture. We also have 3 Mystic Disputes, 3 Aether Gusts, 1 Supreme Verdict, a Shadow's Verdict, which exiles all creatures and planeswalkers, mana value 3 or less. That sounds so weird to say. From the battlefield, and then also from the graveyard, which can come in handy. Yes, it's expensive, but I think it's good enough that it's worth it. 3 Ashiok Dreamrender and 2 Celestial Purge as well to finish out the sideboard. I don't have high hopes for this, but this is kind of inspired from partially Anthony's Patreon submit a list with Search for Escanta, because I really, really love that card. But yeah, let's go and hop in round 1 here, and we'll see how it goes. If you guys want to see your deck on the channel, check out the Patreon in the description below. And yeah, let's go and hop in round 1. Alrighty, here we go for round 1. I'm going to keep this. It does have Into the Story, but the rest of the hand is really good unless they're a control deck. Our opponent has mulligan to 6 as well, and no companion revealed. Alright, opponent. Keep 6. Steeman's tapped. That's how we start. Alright, I like that draw. That draw's pretty nice. It does broaden our array of removal beyond these 2. It does kind of force me to have to fetch white with this, though, I think. It's definitely the moment I'm wishing I was playing a Marsh Flats instead of a Prismatic Vista. Alright, I think I'm okay with that draw. Okay. That land makes me feel like they are not going to be a storm deck. Search for this concept. Elder Deep Fiend. Okay, that answers what they're doing. That also answers what we're doing. Search for Escanta. Probably getting countered here, to be honest. No, okay. Mm-hmm. No surprise they're choosing to draw cards instead. This is actually kind of awkward because this does not deal with this because it is color. Wait, right? Yeah, it's colorless. Okay, not devoid, but that's right. It's just a colorless creature in general. Not putting that at the bottom. Draw it, and we're gonna play it. Honestly, I think our hand's okay. Obviously, them being having Elder Deep Fiends means they're gonna have other creatures, which push not so much, but Path is still pretty good, I think. Notably, I think Kaya's Guile is okay too. 4 mana Cryptic Command, bounce and draw. Sure. It's a little annoying, but I'd rather than bounce that than the search for Escanta. Mm-hmm. Blood Moon. Alright, let's fetch. Let's just get our basics here in case they have a counterspell for our Vanishing Verse. I'm sure they do. Okay. Yeah, sorry, Meteor's Charm. You got to go, my friend. Trying to draw unlock. Alright, well, that's perfect, assuming this resolves. Okay. Notably, we were able to use their Blood Moon as a way to have our Tar Pit come into play untapped. And it only costs us 4 mana now, so that's good. Yeah, we're going to counter this. I don't really want them getting treasures. If I would have had Kaya's Guile up, I'd rather have got it with Kaya's Guile, but... Plus, this also means one more good thing for us. Alright, I don't want to lose that. I want to draw it. That does suck, because I really would have liked to have flipped that, but I think we just want the other land as well. Alternatively, I guess it could probably be... Well, we're going to probably end the story... If we're going to end the story and see if our opponent has a counterspell for it. Let's see. Or something would be Cryptic Counterbounce. That would be the worst thing for us here. They're opting. They're not doing anything. Obviously, they have counterspells in hand. I think the question is whether they want to fight. Which, I mean, the secret is there is no fight. They've got it if they counter it. Okay. Just a remand. That is unfortunate, but I think it's okay. Top card is a Thought Scour, which I will bin. I will transform, and we'll draw. The guy's got. Okay, well, they're now up to 12 cards in their graveyard. I don't know if they just didn't want to spend a real counterspell or what. And yes, I know these are a bit of a nombo together, but still, I think Into the Story is powerful enough in general. Plus, in a matchup like this, like we're not in a hurry to exile their graveyard. It's Into the Story. Again, our biggest concern is Cryptic Counterbounce. Target player draws 2 cards, discard 2 cards, create a treasure token. Okay. They target themselves, obviously. That is pretty good, I'm not going to lie. Draw for turn. We're going to play the Delta because I think we're going to have to fetch up another white source. I think we're going to discard a Guile and a Push. Yeah, I think we're discarding Guile and Push here. What is this? Oh. Each opponent sacrifices a creature, exile all cards from their graveyard. Yeah, I mean, I'm not super happy about that, but I think it's fine. Goldspan Dragon. Sure. Well, I didn't want to fetch a Hollowed Fountain because I want to have an extra blue source in case we got Blood Mooned. But I'm going to Edict them again and make a 1/1. And they can definitely have all of their counter spells here up pretty easily because of the Dragon's ability on the treasure, which gives them 2 mana instead of 1. No, they just sacked their creature. Interesting. Alright, that was a good draw. Kai's got also kind of nombos with Drown and Unlock, but again, I think both cards are just so powerful individually that they're worth playing together, even though they kind of don't interact well. I think if they try to Blood Moon us again, we lead on a Charm, but then we Vanishing verse it is our second attempt. Also to note, if they are through the Breach deck, we still have another Kaya's Guile here. Just there. Ooh, that was wrong. Do not tap that way. We just tapped ourselves out of all our counter spells. Should tap the Plains. I mean, to be fair, I'm not going to counter that one anyway. Sure. Let's go. Each opponent exile all cards from each opponent's graveyard. Create a 1/1. Yep, now you're going to fight that. Sure. Just path it. Hopefully they're playing main deck Kozilek's Return. Which in my opinion is interesting. Draw for turn. Bingo. That's pretty much the perfect card here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we don't quite have double counterspell up. Point of the same thing I did just a minute ago, that Guile and the story don't seem to mesh too well. Okay, Sanctum of Ugin. Yuck. And I'm just going to untap. I'm not going to give them any window of opportunity to pull any shenanigans here. Down to 11, and we're going to pass. Kozilek's Return. They're just going to counter it and draw a card. They want to fight over it, they can. I'm not going to play out Search yet. Alright, let's start with this. Let's fetch Watery Grave. Boom, 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 boom. So that part resolves. That part resolves. Then this part. Snap. Cryptic. Counter bounce. Sanctum fizzles. Now, admittedly, we are completely shields down for a turn. Yeah, I mean, Goldspan Dragon's pretty good. Much better clock than what we're putting up there. Vanishing Verse is quite a good one. Blue black. Tar Pits. I'm going to upkeep Vanishing Verse it. Yeah, I mean, if that was the worst they were doing for that turn, I'm not too worried about it. You're just tapping things down, so I'm not super worried about you. Well, we pick up a force negation there, so I'm happy with that. And draw for turn. Mm-hmm. Guess we counter you. So they have only one Elder Deep Fiend left in their deck, which they just grabbed. Draw for turn. A snap. Okay. That's what I like to see. They have two cards in hand, one of which is a Elder Deep Fiend. The other we know is... we don't know, actually. Narfi Betrayer King. Guess they just play it because it returns from the bin? Seems kind of cool. Yeah, they're going to Elder Deep Fiend during our upkeep here. They do play an extra line. Okay, cool. So they just have two cards left. So yep. Deep Fiend, target. Okay. Resolve the tapping. Resolve the sacrifice. They choose not to do anything. Gotcha. Snap. Archmage's Charm. Counter it. Draw another Snapcaster. Alright. So far, I've been very happy with Vanishing Verse. Card's pretty sweet. We also kind of punted ourselves in one spot with this stupid Zombie Lich Lord dude that we didn't need to Kaya's God the way we did, which forced us to waste a Path to Exile as well. Yep. Draw yourself two cards. During their turn, we have two counter spells because I'm happy to pitch this search. We have lethal on board, so I'm just going to take my draw step. I'm lagging pretty bad here. I'm not gonna lie. Blue black. Tar Pit. Snappy McSnapperson, huh? Push. I guess I did this wrong. I was supposed to do this with the abilities on the stack. Let's just force this. Bolting my Tar Pit, eh? Yep. That happens. Yep, unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that one. Yeah, we got too greedy. We didn't need to counter the charm. Could literally just have Snapcastered it and pushed again. But it's fine. Hard to imagine they could have much here that could beat us. We have a third Snapcaster. I'll say hard to imagine they got anything. Oh, Jesus, we could have drawn into a drama lock too. Wow. So we could have actually won last turn if I would have been more aggressive, but yeah. Okay, so we're gonna want these 6. Push seems really bad here. You have some graveyard synergies, but I don't think they have that much. Into the story does seem a little weak. That was fine there. This can be a draw-go type matchup. If that's the case, then we probably do want it. Drown Lock, I think I can trim on 1. Maybe I trim even more because of the Ashioks. Nah, let's just run it back like that and see. I think if anything, into story should be cut for it because of Ashiok. Yikes. That was a long round 1. We're both down to less than half our time. So mulligan, unfortunately. The 1 lands is not going to cut it. This on the other hand is a keep. I think I'm going to put back Cryptic. We do know they are a Kaya's Guile or a Blood Moon deck, so Vanishing Verse does have text box here. Another basic or another. I mean, If they do try to turn 3 Blood Moon us, we do have Vanishing Verse up. We also have Dispute against most of their early plays. Mystic Gate's actually a good third land there. That actually does mean that we'll actually be allowed to fetch a Plains with this land if we want to. I mean, they tap out for a Blood Moon. We're gonna Vanishing Verse it. I mean, there's nothing else we can do about it. Resolves. Vanishing Verse. Yep. Play the Mystic Gate. And we're going to pass. Now, obviously, this is bad if they go land Blood Moon again and have Dispute of their own or Pierce. But what can you do, right? There's only so much you can actually fight through here. We could have slammed Ashiok, but I'm not. Oh my god, I'm not 100% confident. So just slamming Ashiok there is the right play. Although the handful of disputes, it's becoming concerning. The number of disputes we have. I think that's being a more traditional control deck. I think we are the favored ones. If it remains Drago. Ashiok tapping out there is also another thing that I don't like. That. Maybe we do, though. Yeah, maybe we do. Let's just slam it. See what they do afterwards. Alright. Unfortunately, even this getting an island's not really good enough. Depending on what the hell they have, this might have to be a swamp. Obviously, the second gold span dragon here to attack with. I'm gonna be sad, but it looks not that big of a deal against us. The gold span dragon's a big fucking deal, though. Fuck. Yep. No, they're attacking me. Okay. That is surprising. Let's draw a land here, deck. Please. Beautiful. Let's go. And then let's go. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Make a 1/1. And hopefully they just don't have a play here. I guess the last two cards is Force and Negation plus blue card. I'm okay with that, right? Also, them doing that tells me they don't have an Elder Deep Fiend lying in the wait. Nice. That's exactly what they have. Flusterstorm. That's nice. That's good to know about. Knowing they have Flusterstorms is good. Nope. That's not the area I wanted to open. They're apparently saving this for a Snapcaster, which is understandable. You have another one? Blood Moon. Aye. That's pretty fucking bad from here. I can't do anything about it, though. Let's go. We got rid of another Dragon and a Deep Fiend. 3, 4, 5. So 6. So they actually do have enough mana to pay for a Gold Spawn and pay through Dispute, which is really, really bad for me. Thing is, they have to win 2 rounds here, which I think they can probably do pretty easily, to be honest. Let's attack first. Remember, we're not transforming the Search for His Contact because then it becomes a mountain. They threw a nice Vendilion Click, and do they have the fucking Deep Fiend? They do. Yeah, I mean the shitty part is we could have played around that, right? Like pretty easily. Now we get 2 looks at a Vanishing Verse. Bennett. Milieu. That's annoying. I guess let's turn Ashok in. So we might be able to survive one more turn to try to get to a Vanishing Verse, but I doubt it. Yep. I guess we should bring in Gusts. I guess, yeah, so let's cut into the story and let's bring in Gusts. Maybe a Gust over Drownlock and a Gust over... I don't know. Let's just bring in one Gust. I'm not sure what else to do here. Play first. I think his hand's just bad, right? Like, oh, I guess it's pretty good on a draw go. Like, draw go, right? But if they have an early Blood Moon, we just lose. Alright, this hand's much better than that. I'm going to keep. I mean, this hand's really just kind of crappy too, but it's better against Blood Moon than the other hand was. Perfect. I mean, it's not perfect. We'd like to draw, obviously, interaction, but drawing fetch lands is the next best thing. Let's play search. They could have remand here. They do. Plains. Slam search. Guess we could have played Ashiok instead, but attempt to verse it. Opt-in response, sure. Yeah, Bennett. Ashiok. Ashiok and search is actually a pretty nice combo too, because we mill ourselves to flip the search. But I don't think we're there. Okay. Dragon, sure. This gives them a treasure, which is unfortunate, but they're down a dragon. Oh, they have a counterspell? Yikes. That sucks, because now they get attack and kill Ashiok. Yeah, that's a big upsie. Alright, Ashiok down. We still should be able to transform our... Actually, you know what would be perfect? If we draw... Bennett. Yes, transform. Draw for turn. That's not really what I wanted either, to be completely honest. Actually, I'm going to play around Elder Deep Fiend, and we're going to do this now. Right? Or no, with the treasures, they can actually Deep Fiend at the same time. And that's wrong, because this isn't playing around Deep Fiend. Yeah, now they're going to Deep Fiend us. Fuck, that's annoying. Yep. That's weird, they only show us the target. Those cards. I guess we'll take Force. That's really annoying, I'm not going to lie. I mean, the thing is, they could have done it either way, whether or not we tried to path this or not, so it doesn't really make a difference. The only difference is we now have Path to Exile to get rid of this. Yeah, we're going to have to... It's 9. Let's go Snap. Target Path. Oh, I fucked up. That's the wrong card. Oh, that's the wrong one. Supposed to Path a Deep Fiend. Fuck, I'm stupid. Yep. Yep. Fuck, that was... I mean, it didn't matter. Like, obviously, we see that... Well, I guess it technically would have mattered. If they'd sacked this, we'd be taking 5. Yeah. We might have survived one more turn. Yeah. The shitty loss. That sucks playing for almost an hour for one single game and you lose. But, whatever. Alrighty. Round 2 on the draw. I have a lot of complaints with this hand. But I think I'm going to keep it anyway. It sounds really close. If we draw some lands, it could be really, really powerful. If they're a creature deck, we're going to probably regret that, but... Yeah, they're Jund, or some kind of Death Shadow. Still probably going to regret it, but... Look at that. Our hand already got better, because now we get a Thought Scour them off of a Delta? Not Delta, Watergrave. This is a Delta. If they're Jund and they go Ren 6, I will force Ren 6. I think it's that strong. It requires an answer. I'm going to do it by pitching to Fairy. And yes, I'm aware this is incredibly aggressive. But I think Wrenn and 6 is that strong. Mill you 2 cards. We draw another draw on the lock. Land. We might be in some pain here in a minute if we don't draw a land. We fetch the most expensive card in our hand to our force, and we have 2 drown locks, so we can counter a couple things, but we just hope they play a Shockland and Liliana so we can counter it. I mean, you take one of our 2 drown locks. That sucks, but it is what it is. Obviously, this Drew's up top because otherwise they would have played it first. I mean, because we don't have an answer right now and we really need to draw lands, I think we just got to counter this. I don't like it, but we have to, I think. Alright, plus I feel like we're going to have a Liliana coming down here pretty quick, and if we do, we're going to be in trouble. I guess it's not a plus, but that's just in general. No play. That's quite surprising. All right, that's a good draw. In the fact that we didn't draw a land, it's a pretty good draw instead. I really don't like this matchup from the control side. I just don't know if I like it less from the Jund side or more from the Jund side. Bloodbraid. If they have Lily here, we're going to be in big trouble. Oof, Wrenn and 6 is also really bad. Yeah, let's exile their graveyard and edict the Bloodbraid. Also keeps us from actually being able to do anything. I mean, I think still plus it and stuff, but come on, land. Archmage Charm that we can't actually cast. That's fun. Yeah, us not hitting our land drop for 2 turns now, I think means this game's over. They have 4 cards in hand, plus this Peatland they can keep cycling with Wrenn and 6. And a 3rd Bloodbraid. Holy fuck. Alright, well, they hit a Fatal Push, so it's not that big of a deal. Bloodbraid in and of itself isn't doing anything. I mean, it's a clock, so it does something, but it's just not like... It's not like they hit Liliana alongside it. This is almost fucking comedic at this point. Oh, man. We're gonna get fucking ran through by Jund. That's not fun. It's just not drawing lands either. Like, it's not even like they're just beating us. Like, I think it was just like purely them versus us. We'd be in good shape, but our deck is just not cooperating. Yeah, literally doesn't matter what you take here. We're just so far behind at this point that like we're gonna have to like hit a land, cycle some cryptics. Nice. Like I said, we're just gonna have to hit draw land, cycle cryptics. If we don't hit land this turn, we're conceding. Or if we draw a tar pit, we're conceding. Yeah. It's a land, so we're not conceding yet. I think it's gonna mean they either have to play Lily again. Oh wait, did I not press tap? I'm a fucking idiot. I thought I pressed tap. Oh, yep. Picked the wrong fucking modes. We're probably dead. Yep. This was be tap bounce. Yeah, that was fucking terrible. I mean, I guess snap targeting drown might be okay. Yep, down to 3. Snap. Drown. Well, if you have the bolt, just fire it off, please. Come on. You have a K command? Again, feel like you slow rolled us, but it's fine. Whatever. Alright, so Fracture is interesting because it destroys planeswalkers. Purge definitely comes in. I think Supreme Verdict can be good here. Cut a Cryptic. Cut into the story. We didn't see Croxa, but I wonder. I'm going to cut a Drowned. We're going to try it like that. Alrighty. On the draw. So the thing with this hand is, like, it's generic enough. The Thoughtseize doesn't really hurt us. Their discard stuff doesn't really hurt us too much. I'm going to yell through this turn, actually. Overgrown Tomb. I'm assuming we're getting Thoughtseized. Yep. I'd be surprised if they took anything other than Teferi. Yeah. So because we have the Sunken Hollow, I'm just going to grab an island. Mill them. We're not happy about those hits, that's for sure. Yikes. Drawing 2 lands in a row makes me really wish I would have milled ourselves. But I mean, obviously, how do you know, right? Like, we can't know. There's no way. The really, really crappy part here is we can't Thought Scour to try and hit a force for the inevitable Wrenn and 6. Yeah, fucking Wrenn and 6. This is fire the Thought Scour off. Yeah. Hit a better card for them to take, but that's alright. I think at this point it's just a joke. Like, I really think at this point this is just some big joke that someone's playing on me. I cut into the story, right? Yeah, I was gonna say we're about to be able to cast that shit for free. Not free, but for 4 mana. Yep, they're going Liliana here. Off of mismatching Overgrown Tombs. Oh, Ashiok, that's better yet worse. Oh my god, I can't even believe this! Ah! Next round, because all we're drawing is lands. Alrighty, on the draw for round 3, after a deck sabotage of drawing all lands against Jund, we're going to mulligan this one-lander. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Did I mess up and not put 24 lands? Did I think I put no, I put 24. I'm gonna mulligan again. Alright. Believe it or not, this hand is better. Why, you might ask? Because it has multiple lands. Alright, here comes a... Oh no, that's surprising. That is not the card I expected them to play. That, on the other hand, is a card I am very happy to see. Alright, let's... So we get a basic island. We're going to scour them, most likely. Not most likely. We're going to scour them. There is no most likely to it. But hopefully their play is going to be... Hopefully there's Boros and their play is just like... I don't know, creature attack. Yeah, looks like they're going to light up the stage here, which is fine. I mean, oh no, they do have Bolt. Lava Dart. Ooh. That's a pretty good. So the whole Lava Dart thing in mind, I'm going to scour myself now that they are confirmed to be prowess. Or blitz, or whatever you want to call it. Ooh, that's a good one. I don't like shocking here, but I think I have to. Next turn, hopefully, we'll go Plains, Guile, sack, and gain 4. Oh. I guess we'll see, right? Like, if they flash this back, we might kill one of these instead. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. I figured that was going to happen. Alright. Yeah. So it looks like we're going to take 5 down to 6. And then down to 5, grab a Plains. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. We gain 4. We'll go up to 9. They lose Soulscar Mage. Because Leon and Light Scribe is just more powerful because it gives everything. Prowess, basically. And then next turn... I don't know what we're going to do next turn. They're probably going to light up the stage here. If they do, we're in trouble. We're probably still in trouble. I think next turn I'm going to play this land and hopefully draw a push. Honestly. Actually, the play is going to be Snapcaster, drown this. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe we should have gone to Tar Pit, search for his Kanto this turn. We do go to 6, so we are just dead double volt. And they're halfway there. We need to draw Kai's Gall off top, to be honest. Island. The bright side here is I don't know what the bright side is, to be honest. We're not going to attack. So if they draw a haste creature, we don't want to just die to it. I mean, that works too. Alright, we want all of you. Cut there, cut there. Let's cut like that, I guess. We just didn't draw any one of our 1-mana removal and only 1 2-mana removal spell, which is pretty rough. I think this is an okay matchup, though. I think the Drowns and the Kai's Gals make this an okay matchup for us. Again, there it's possible we just got too hasty with. We should have tar pitted and took 2. The next turn, then gone. Yeah, because if we would have just taken 2, we could have then gone untap, snap, guile, edict, gain 4. And we still would have been alive for a couple more turns. I still don't think it was good. We were going to fare very well from that point on, but that would have given us, I think, the best chance. But it's tough to say, to be honest. All right. Going to play first. I'm going to keep this. I understand there's a lot of things wrong with it, but we are on the play, and I feel like if there's any time you can get away with a hand like this, it's going to be on the play. Now, Drown will need them to do their own work for it to be active, which they just did. So now we can kill their 1-drop, which is going to assumingly be Luminous or whatever, probably. Zarluck. That or Soulscar Mage is my preference here. Sphere is fine too. They're really going off this turn. They are really going off, as they say. Beautiful. That's a good draw too. That means we can deal with another threat now on top of what we already have answers to. I still don't want to necessarily ramp them unless we absolutely have to, but I like to just tap out for a 2-drop here so we can just drown this in peace. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's exactly what they're doing. Looks like he's going to tap out for a 2-drop here, and then... No tap. Played 2 1-drops. All right. No. Unfortunately, it's pretty obvious which one is going to be sacrificed. They're going to sacrifice the Soul Scar Mage because it is the weaker of the 2 1-drops. All right, so they're playing 12 1-drops. Then is what I'm seeing. Unless they're playing a split of these two, which I think is really bad. Like, if you want this one, you want it for its ability, and if you want this one, it's just a better 1-drop, I think. And I was like, oh, you played a deck with this card one time, and you think you know prowess. It's fair. Yep, I mean, we're getting bolted here. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's not a question which one's getting edicted here and which one's not. So I guess the first spell, they're the same. The second spell's where they really differ. It's actually a good place where they differ, too. The Soul Guide Lantern. Yep, get rid of Kyle's Gal from my graveyard. Oh, Drown Lock. Okay. That's smart. We're doing this now because we don't want them to sack the new one that came into play and hit us with these two. Actually, I don't think I should auto-pass. I don't know what they could play, actually. Oh, they actually sacrificed the 0-power one. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. Take 2 here. I'd like to draw... I don't know what I'd like to draw here. Something good, though. That's not bad. That's definitely not bad. I think I am going to pass turn. Nice thing is we actually have Force and Path mana up, or just Cryptic and Path mana up. Although I kind of do wish this was Archmage's turn because I could Path one, steal the other. Knew it. Let's exile that one. Yes, I take 3 down to 16. And then I'm going to fetch here, grabbing a Hollowed Fountain. Alright, I'm not gonna lie. Another Land's not great, but I think it's fine. Mutagenic growth. Okay. Return, draw. Far from our best draw, but also far from our worst draw. Well, we're certainly flooding out here pretty badly. Yeah. 7 turns in, we have not missed a land drop yet, which is unfortunate. Yep, here comes Luris. They're going to bobble. I think we're actually going to force the bobble, to be honest. As wild as that sounds. Alright, let's draw Kaya's Gal or something good. Yeah, let's draw some cards. Alright, well, this is the one spot Vanishing Verse is kind of bad against the Luris. On the bright side, it is an answer to whatever they play back with Luris. Which is a lot of things. Esper, okay. Now I gotta actually draw a kill spell for this thing, because now they gotta play, oh, what's his face? Yep, him. I was thinking just a little Dragon Edict. Catch up the Black Source. I guess I should have saved it in case you draw a Fatal Push. Yeah, that was wrong. They attack, we can probably trade Snap with Luris. But we're at 9. Man, we just have not drawn well. Yeah, we just really have not drawn well. Yep. I mean, their hand has to be blanks or we're dead anyway. guess Kaya's Guile all modes might buy us a turn. We didn't bring in Shadow's Verdict or... Yep. Well, that's really crappy. We're gonna call it there. I'm not gonna play a fourth round. I don't feel like there's any point. Sadly, Esper once again did not do well. It didn't feel terrible match one, but overall, I think Esper is just not. I mean, I keep reaffirming everything I keep saying about Esper. I keep saying I think Esper is bad, and it's bad, and it's bad, and it's bad, but I keep playing the deck. And, like, when you guys submit one to me, when a Patreon submits it to me, I love that. Like, I love the Search for Escanta. This card was amazing in match one, and, I don't know. I even built what I think is a more well-angled version with searches and with new cards. Interesting enough, Shadow's Verdict would have been amazing there, just for the record. Not like we would have drawn it anyway. We just drawn lands. Overall thoughts on the deck. Again, Vanishing Verse, amazing. That card did great. Again, we saw how it just didn't hit Luris, but it hits so many threats in the format, it's insane. Keep in mind, it's monocolored permanent. So if we're playing a deck like Boggles, we can hit their enchantments. If we're playing a deck like Titan, we can hit their Titan. We can hit their weaker Dryads. If we're playing a deck like Shadow, it hits all their creatures in Death Shadow. Except Luris. If we play Jund, it hits almost all of their creatures. It hits Liliana. Big deal, it hits Liliana. It doesn't hit Croakstone, it doesn't hit Ren 6. Heliod, it freaking hits Heliod, like, come on. So it has Play Against Ballista combo. Yeah, I mean, just, you name it. It hits Jaces. It hits so much of the format. It is absolutely worth playing to some number. Fracture, we didn't get to see it in action this match. I think Fracture is a good card. I definitely think that it should be seeing some amount of play in sideboards at least. But, yeah. I'm not sure besides that. And the story was cool. I didn't really mind it too much with Kaya's Guile. Because the matchups we played didn't really want a Kaya's Guile their graveyard necessarily. But I don't know what the magic button is. I don't know what Esper needs to feel better than that. But yeah. Anyway, we played Esper because I wanted to play these two cards and I wanted to see how they felt. And I'm very happy with Vanishing Verse and the results we got. Yeah. Despite the bad record, I'm gonna post this video because the first match is just so amazing. It was so frustrating to lose it, but it was so amazing. Our opponent played so well. I feel like we played really, really well, and just at the end of the day, our deck just kind of puttered out at the end. It's a matchup I think that if we played it 9 out of 10, if we played it 10 times, 6 out of 10 times we'd win that match. In my opinion, maybe you guys feel differently. If you do, let me know why. Yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking. Yeah. Like I said, overall, I like the deck as much as you can like it. I like Kaya's Guile. I think the card's great. Vanishing Verse was great. These things were great in the deck, but everything else was kind of meh. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. At least that first match was super awesome. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think of the webcam. Yeah. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next video.